Grae, did you ever watch Snow White?
Yeah, a long time ago. A long
So,
time ago.
based off of the title, what skin do you think Snow White is? What skin color?
Supposedly white and snow.
Oh
Still supposed
yeah,
to be color white.
yeah, it's weird, right? Yeah. So,
Hmm.
why is the new Snow White? Why is she caramel brown? Maybe that's what they
Yep.
should call the movie,
Yeah.
caramel
Caramel
brown.
brown.
But the reason why I'm talking about that is because I guess there were some set photos or quote unquote fake photos, unofficial set photos that came out that Disney said, oh, those are actually fake photos, and then double back saying that, oh, it's actually real photos. So let's go ahead and talk about this. And this comes to us from Bounding into Comics. First set photos for Disney's live action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake are as disastrous as expected. The thing is that isn't the word dwarves, according to these crazy people, considered like bigoted? Like, how dare you call us dwarves? You know, like, I don't know. Do you think the word dwarves is considered like a term that you shouldn't be used to call little people?
Not really. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like it's just a clear way to articulate that, yeah, this person's not on of average size. That's it. It's not really
Mm,
meant in an offensive manner.
right?
But yeah,
Yeah, I agree. It's because the actual term for calling, lack of a better term, calling of someone a midget or a dwarf is dwarfism, right? That's the actual term, the actual term of what doctors call it. So
yeah.
let's go ahead and read this. Though Disney is likely looking for a hit to help repair their cinematic reputation in the wake of their recent output, recently leaked set photos from the upcoming Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs suggest that the live action remake is well on its way to being yet another office disaster. Sorry, another box office disaster. Look, I am like it's like over and over again. We're basically preaching to the choir now. They are when are they gonna stop making these live action adaptations? And the fact that it sucks, like a lot of these suck. Like the Little Mermaid, how much money did that lose? Right, like it's planned to lose like several hundred millions of dollars.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know, man. Like it's crazy. I forgot about them releasing this until like I saw the pictures earlier this week, and a bunch of other people were talking about it. Obtained by UK production company Click News and Media and shared by local news outlet The Daily Mail on July 14th, the photos provide audiences with their first glimpses at the eponymous Disney Princess Seven Iconic Companions. So that's what it's called now. So Snow White and the Seven Iconic Companions. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but I see one little person over here. I don't know who the fuck this is. I see Afro dude, the
uh
white
a-
dude.
as a speculation on that guy, you don't know. That's probably the huntsman.
Oh, like the prince?
Uh
Is it Prince
Ka-
Charming?
no, 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 no. Did you watch Snow White and the Huntsman? The one with Chris
Chris
Hemsworth, I believe.
Hemsworth?
Yeah,
Uh
yeah, that's probably the Huntsman. Imagine from Chris Hemsworth to
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and then we have this person over here that looks like a pedo, and then there's a black person and another black person, and then this tall dude. So are these like stand-ins? Like I don't know, right? So for folks who don't know what stand-ins are, it is what it is basically they're standing there. They're supposedly wearing the same outfit as the actual actors are. It's just for the camera, the lighting, to make sure the cinematography looks good, right? It's sort of, and the heights are relatively the same. So I'm assuming this last one is Dopey,
Yeah,
right?
the last
That
one.
tall motherfucker in the back.
Yeah, if you zoom in, he has like yeah, as made fun of it, like he's cosplaying as Mary Magdalene.
The first virgin. Oh man. Though the Snow White and Jonathan, the Robin Hood-esque character replacement for the prince, can also be seen on the photos. They are being portrayed by stand-ins rather than their respective actors. Shazam! Fear of the Gods star Rachel Zegler and Under the Banner of Heaven actor Andrew Burnap. So yeah, when I first saw that Zegler was going to be playing as Snow White,
Snow
I'm
White.
like, holy shit, man. Like, and what makes it more crazy is that the evil queen is being played by Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Yeah.
Gal Gadot, she's way more prettier than Rachel Zegler. Who the fuck is jealous of that bitch? Nobody. Nobody's jealous, all right? It's just like, holy shit. Like, you could have cast like a regular, like average looking woman to play your evil queen, but you cast Gal Gadot. It's
Yeah.
so stupid. It's like she's gonna be like mirror, mirror, who's the fairest of them all? And she'd be like, well, Rachel Zegler is not really fair skinned. It's because she looks like a Mexican person, but you're pretty good looking. And it's like, all right, cool. Movie ends. That's it. You don't need anything else. Is because like that's the story,
Yeah.
right? The reason why she tried to kill her or get rid of her is because the queen wanted to be the best looking person in the lands, right? The best looking
Yeah.
woman. But now you have this person that sort of looks like this like triangle, like Dorito chips, like looking head shape. And like, who cares? It's like, oh, and then you get these crazy people online on Facebook. Oh my God, Queen Slay. Oh my God. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. No one asked for this shit, dude. Oh man, I'm so fucking angry right now. So,
Yeah.
I'm so pissed.
And they're so worried about ticking every checkbox now that this is what we get. So, okay. Is there a black person? Is there an Asian? Is there a person of color? Is there a queer person? Is that this is what we get.
Mhm.
That's what happens. They're so deep into that propaganda. It's like, yeah, anything they turn out, it's gonna be based on that. And I don't know. We'll just be here to keep laughing at it, I suppose.
Yep. See, depicting the film's core set of protagonists walking through a field. I'm pretty sure they're gonna remove the hi ho, right? That
Yeah,
song,
yeah, yeah.
right? The most noticeable aspect of these behind the scene shots is the fact that the so-called seven dwarfs are anything but. Rather, they are now subtly diverse in appearance, with their heights running a gamut from a singular actual little person being Pirates of the Caribbean franchise star Martin Kleba to various average-sized humans. Yeah, man, this is and we all know who we're gonna blame. We gotta blame Peter Dinklage for this. Is because I believe that motherfucker came out several years ago and said, oh, we shouldn't be typecasting people just because of their dwarfism, because it's actually bigoted. And you shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be casting all of us is because, like seven dwarfs is actually, it actually hurts us, is actually a slur. Do not cast us as dwarves. And motherfucker, the most privileged dwarf, the most privileged midget in Hollywood, saying
Yeah.
that do not cast any other midgets. Do you know how many other midgets you are hurting in Hollywood? Like, a
Yeah.
lot of them actually came out like, dude, what the fuck are you saying, man? You're ruining the potential jobs for us. Like, we could have been stand out like little people in this new Snow White film, but now you ruined it for everyone. You piece of shit. And the reason why you don't have to worry about it is because you were on Game of Thrones and you are the most popular little person in Hollywood.
Mhm.
So they're like super pissed, right? I have like several little people friends. They're like, midget friends or whatever they want to be called. And I'm pretty sure you could have had an Asian person in there. You could have comics division in there. Now they ruined it.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Let's say if like Shang-Chi was like, oh hey man, we don't like any more Asian in Hollywood because using Asian typecast, maybe in Shang-Chi in the Seven Wing, we don't like that, and then it ruins chances for other Asians. It's the same shit.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that, man? How do
Yeah.
you agree with what Peter Dinklage said?
Yeah. It's part of the Hollywood effect, I suppose. Once you're in it, it transforms your way of thinking. That you feel like you're above other people. You feel like you're some sort of messiah.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, that's what happened to Peter Dinklage, I suppose, when he became big in GOT. Because like he wasn't really super popular until GOT. I know he was in 2.5 Men that came out before Game of Thrones, I believe.
Yeah.
But what really put him in the spotlight was GOT. Then yeah, now that he became popular, like he feels like he's above he becomes some sort of platform or megaphone for 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 the people who's physically the same as him, which is not the case.
You know what's funny for me though? Like I know we're on, since we're still on the topic of Peter Dinklage,
Yeah.
it's funny as hell that he was in the MCU and he's the guy who made Stormbreaker, right, for Thor. He was a giant midget. He was this giant little person. It was
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and continue reading this. Further, their visual diversity also extends to the groups of immutable traits such as their skin, color, and gender, rather than being a uniform group of white male dwarves, a shared attribute informed by their origin in German folklore. There it is, German folklore. Snow White's saviors now also include black men and women. Though the cast list for the group of merry forest dwellers has yet to be fully revealed, Disney has thus far confirmed that the aforementioned Kleba will be playing Grumpy, while actress Dujona Gift will make her cinematic debut as one of the black female newcomers, Maple. So they're not going to be called Grumpy, Sleepy, Dopey. They're not going to be called that anymore. I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, it's super racist. Like I said, Desbarro says Snow White is going to be in cinemas. This isn't even cheap Disney Plus. This is pretty funny, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it was him or if it was as. This looks even worse than the costumes in Blood Origin.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah, it does.
This is awful, dude. This
Yeah.
like, I wonder maybe they used up all of their money for Halle Bailey's hair in
Yeah,
Little Mermaid.
that cost $150,000.
Yeah, just for her hair, But goddamn, man, this is awful. Like, this is like something you get at like Party City during like Halloween.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like those Halloween costumes that you get at like those Halloween like a Spirit Halloween, 24 hours 24 7 store, 365. You come get your Halloween costumes, and looks like that's where they got their costumes from. It looks awful. Notably, these changes to the original fairy tale source material were prompted by the public criticism leveled towards the film's production by, here it is, X-Men Days of Future Past star Peter Dinklage. Sharing his thoughts with the titular host of the WTF with Mark Maron podcast in January 2022, the actor explained, well, it's really progressive to cast literally, no offense to anyone, but I was a little taken aback by. They're very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me because you are progressive in one way, but you're still making a fucking, sorry, is that fuckling? It's because it's the elf. So fucking backward story of a seven dwarves living in a cave. What the fuck are you doing, man? So yeah, basically him saying that, like Disney's like, oh my god, it's fucking Peter Dinklage. He won an Emmy for Game of Thrones. We gotta listen to what he says. We gotta change everything. He fucked everyone, dude. He literally bent them over and stuck out his 2-centimeter penis and like, I'm gonna fuck you guys, and you guys aren't gonna get any jobs in Hollywood. And that's what he did, and it sucks for everyone there. I have done nothing to advance the cause of my soapbox. I guess I'm not loud enough. Well, because you're not that loud when you're down there, when you actually have regular human height, when you actually get regular human like airways, it's people can actually hear you. I don't know what the studio, I don't know I don't know what studio that is, but they were so proud of that. And all love and respect to the actress and the people who thought they were doing the right thing. But I'm just like, what are you doing? Responding directly to the actor's complaint just a day after the episode was published, Disney informed both Dinklage and public via statement issued to the Hollywood Reporter that in order to avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film, we are taking a different approach with these 7 characters and have been consulting with members of dwarfism community. Yep, I'm pretty sure that the people who are acting in the dwarfism community are pissed. I don't know, man. Well, I guess the movie is coming out March 2nd. I'm sorry, 22nd next year. So, in my opinion, it's just based off of how it looks. I'm not talking about Peter Dinklage anymore. This looks fucking awful.
Yeah.
This is it's worse than Little Mermaid so far to me.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. But yeah, man, do we have to watch this? Are we going to watch this next year?
Very likely. Honestly, it's even worse than Peter Pan and Wendy, and that never made it to the silver screen.
Yeah,
right.
it is.
It never. It just stayed on Disney Plus. So I don't know.
This
Another
is
disaster.
This movie should have been a direct to DVD kind of thing, right?
Yeah, or straight Disney Plus. Just go for Disney Plus already. Just go straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. Well, the thing is that you do have Gal who's gonna be in it. So
Yeah, I imagine that played a big role. It's like because Gal Gadot is in it. It's like maybe it's because maybe Gal Gadot somehow said that it shouldn't be in Disney Plus right away. It should be in the cinema first.
Yeah, maybe it's in her contract saying that you have to play these movies in the theater so I can get a lot of money. Is because I'm pretty sure Scarlett Johansson, she's probably never going to be coming back to Disney because they screwed her, right?
Yeah, they screwed her over so hard. Yeah, kind of like what you mentioned. I think you just said it last week with Jennifer Lawrence, or was that you? No. Sorry. Never mind. It was again VR, Valiant Renegades. Like, Jennifer Lawrence wouldn't have agreed to release a film for Netflix had it not been released in the cinema first. So I imagine it's something similar with Gal Gadot. That's why. That's how I see it.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.